Hello, your IELTS instructor and from your positive comments to my previous uploads, I'm really encouraged and I'm going to upload another video. That's IELTS Writing Task 2. Okay, now let's see. Writing Introduction. If you can write the introduction well, it will really work in your IELTS writing. That's why let's see some skills of making introduction of your IELTS essay. The first skill you must have is paraphrasing. Paraphrasing means expressing the oral or written text using different words or structures. It is very important skill for writing introduction, both in IELTS Task 1 and 2, where you should write the introduction, paraphrasing the words or structures from given question. Let's see some examples. Question 1. The best way to improve your health is to do regular exercise every day. To what extent do you agree? Is the question. And let's see how to paraphrase the question. The best way to improve. The best way to improve is paraphrased here. The most effective method in developing and improving. Look, the best way, the best way to improve your health, the most effective method in developing and improving. Here is to improve in the question, but that is changed into improving. It is also one way changing the form of the word, and you can put another related words like improving and developing uh, similar words. That's why that is added here. Yeah. And let's see another example. Another word phrase, regular exercise. Regular exercise every day. Regular exercise every day is here, and that is changed. You can add words like physical exercise. Physical is added here. Physical exercise on a daily basis. Here is regular exercise every day in the question, and we changed it into physical exercise on a daily basis. Yes, regular exercise is changed into physical exercise, and every day it changed into on a daily basis. Such kind of changes are necessary while making your RC introduction. Okay, now if you write this one, if you copy this one in your introduction, what happens? The examiner says you copied from the question, so that does not come into word count. What yes, and your introduction will be certainly incomplete. That's why do not copy the whole sentences from the question. Try to change and make your introduction. As I told you before, the best way to improve is change into the most effective method. Best, the best is the most effective way is method. Yes, and here is to infinitive, but here is in plus zero. This kind of changes occurred here to make the introduction. Question number 2. The rise of industry, the growth of cities, and the expansion of population were the three great developments of late 19th century American history. Paraphrase. The increase of industry. Here is rise and here is increase. You don't have to copy and you have to change little. You know, here is rise and here is increase. Similar word. The increase of industry, the growth of towns, the growth of cities. At least you change the cities into towns. That's also a skill. And the expansion of population, where the three great development, large factors, large factors. Here is, or you can say large improvements. Yes, large achievements. Instead of large factors, you can say large improvements or large achievements of 19th century America. But here, great development, you don't have to copy. Just change. Great development, large factor, large achievements, large improvements of 19th century America. Okay, now let's see another page. Practice exercise. Ask question number one. Yes, ask question number one. Taken from action plan for IELTS. It is the as essay question and is the introduction. How the introduction is made here, let's see. Water is an increasingly valuable resource, but people continue to waste a lot of it. Some governments want to impose permanent water restriction on domestic and agricultural use. Others feel we should put some effort into recycling water. To what extent do you agree with these two solutions? Okay, in the question you have to see what is fact and what is opinion. Fact is here, use of water is increasing day by day. That has caused some problem. And other opinions are some governments want to impose permanent water restriction on domestic and agricultural use. Others feel we should put more effort into recycling water. These are opinions. And what do you have to do? Is the question. To what extent do you agree with these two solutions? Two solutions means here. One is restricting water use, another is recycling water. Okay. How the introduction is made here. Water is definitely an invaluable resource. Look here. Increasingly valuable and definitely an invaluable. Similar word. And here, some governments, here, today, many governments, at least you changed, you added one word today. Another thing, what you did is, some government is here, some is changed into many. It is also a skill. And recognize that they need to limit the water that their citizens use. Here is water restriction on domestic and agricultural use. Here is limit the water that their citizens use. Okay. And others means here other governments, others. Instead of others, what you wrote? Some. Others is changed into some. And effort into recycling water is here. Effort into recycling water. that it tends to attempt to recycle water. Attempt to recycle water. And two solutions is written both approaches. Two solutions. If you write two solutions, what happens? In question also there is two solutions and you also wrote two solutions. That means a kind of copy. That's why instead of two, both and solutions, approaches, methods, ways, techniques, you can change. What conservation are necessary and should be promoted, though I feel the first is generally more successful. The first means restricting the use of water. To what extent do you agree? I feel, look here, to what extent do you agree with these two solutions? What is said here, the student has said, both approaches to water conservation are necessary. That means the person is going to write both are necessary. But in his or opinion, first one is more successful. First one means here restricting the use of water. Okay. In this way, you have to write the introduction of your essay. Now, an example from New Inserted Drafts. IELTS question 2. Disruptive school students have a negative influence on others. Students who are noisy and disobedient should be grouped together and taught separately. Do you agree or disagree? Is the question. And you have to write the introduction clearly at first. How to write, how to do. I'm telling you, you have to paraphrase words, stock those sentences that help you to write the introduction. Look the introduction. It is probably true to say that most schools have students who are noisier. Look here. Disruptive school students. Disruptive school students is paraphrased. Is written in other words, students who are noisier. Disruptive, noisier. Disruptive school students. Students who are noisier. Yes? And have a negative influence on others. Look here, have a negative influence on others. Here is affect the way other children. Affect the way other children. This one is written. This one suppose affect the way other children in the class behave. Okay, let's see from here to here. Yeah. Now, have a negative influence on others. Look here. Effective, sorry, affect the way other children in the class behave. And this one is left. Do you agree or disagree? What the student has said here. However, I'm not sure that teaching them separately is the answer. What is given here? obedient students should be grouped together and taught separately. This is the view. With this view, this student is not satisfied. What the student is saying, something should be done. Yeah, something should be done. It's necessary to do something to manage those disruptive students in the class. But he doesn't agree that teaching them separately is the best solution. So he's saying, I'm not sure. No. However, opposing view, I'm not sure that teaching them separately is the answer. What does the student mean here? However, I'm not sure that teaching them separately is the answer. Here is in the question, these obedient students should be grouped together and taught separately. Here is, I'm not sure that teaching them separately is the answer. That means he wants to give other ways how those disruptive or noisy students can be managed in the classroom teaching. Okay, in this way, it's short talk about writing as writing text too is ended here. And for further exercise, you can view the page and subscribe it. Thank you. Good luck.